Hello, sweetie pies. I'm sorry. I was sitting here waiting for OBS to launch. It didn't want to launch, but I made it. How's everybody doing? Hello, my dear Juanson. Hello, Diane. Hello, Sean. Hello, my beautiful Stephanie. I'm actually going to start off with you over here, my beautiful Stephanie. Let me just go see, okay? Let me just go into PayPal one moment, and I'm going to start off with you. So just one little second, sweetie. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We're going to go over here and hold on. Just one moment. So we are going to start this off with Stephanie. How was everybody's day today? I hope it was lovely. And if it wasn't, it's the end of the day. Tomorrow will be better. I gotta look at it in a positive way. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Oh, if Julie's in the house, hi to you too, sweetie. I don't know if you are. Okie dokie. So here we go with our beautiful Stephanie. Yeah, let's go and see what we've got, sweetie. So you want to know? Oh no, you want a timestamp? Just one moment. Stephanie, you're going to be at 1 minute 30. All right. So is Jonathan talking or possibly dating or going out with other girls? Also, how would he feel or react if he found out about this whole tarot thing? Oh, he wouldn't like that. He wouldn't like it, sweetie pie. A lot of people do not like those. They just don't. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. A lot of people kind of think it's hocus pocus. Yeah. And then they kind of think that you get ideas from it and all different kind of things. And I get it. I get it. But let's go and see the state over here of the situation with your sweetie pie. So, to begin with, we're going to start by going to see, is he dating anybody else? What is actually happening over here? That's going to be our number one. So, here we go. All right, we do have our Page of Swords popping on through. Also do have our Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and we have our Eight of Wands. All right. I am not seeing Jonathan in any kind of way in a serious or fully invested kind of connection with anybody else at this moment. I feel like if he's interacting or he's talking to somebody else, it feels like it's something more casual or something more onto a surface level kind of a thing. There's nothing that is sexual. There's nothing that is looking for long term or anything of the such. So what I'm seeing is probably people that are around him that are of more female energy, but not somebody that he's looking to hook up with in any kind of a way. So I'm going to say Spirit is showing me that you still do cross his mind and that nobody has replaced you at this moment in time. So the connection that he felt with you, he is still feeling with you. Is he still a little bit kind of ambivalent into how to move on forward and what to do? He's still a little bit into the midst of trying to figure out a lot of things. Nothing is really all that clear. So until he actually clarifies things into his mind, he's not going to make a clear movement towards you or away from you. He's going to stay into the neutral zone. That's pretty much where we have him at this moment, into the neutral zone, trying to figure out his own stuff. And that's pretty much what it is. But let's go see over here. If he found out about the tarot and everything of the such, wow, what would happen with that? Let's go see. I do have our Queen of Wands. I do also have our Five of Wands. I have over here 10 of Swords, followed out by our King of Cups. Also do have our Magician over here. All right. If I look at it onto this kind of a side, what I'm going to say to you is this. Hold on just one second. The tarot. He wouldn't be excited about it, sweetie. Nah. What I'm actually going to say to you is this, all right? If Jonathan actually found out about the tarot readings, I feel like he's going to be a little bit surprised. It wouldn't actually create an issue saying, oh, this is an ending. You've been looking at tarot readings. There's no ending. There's no real conflicts. It's just that I feel like he doesn't necessarily believe into it. That's pretty much what it is. It's nothing much more, my love. So I'm going to say if he found out about it, he might act a little bit surprised, a little bit unsure about why or how or anything of the such. But deep down, I feel like he'd be a little bit curious, but I don't necessarily feel like he'd like to involve himself into it. I feel like there's a part of him where his energy is kind of wanting to understand what draws you to it, and maybe even a little bit of a fascination. But other than that, I'm going to have to say it shows that you have a certain depth, that you have a certain spirituality, that you have certain beliefs. And I feel like that does intrigue him. That being said, I do feel as though he would be a little bit wary though. So I'll say curious, but curious with, how could I say? I want to say with a bemol. Curious with a little bit of fear, kind of wondering, like, what could you find out, or what are you knowing that I don't know? So it kind of brings up a little bit of an element of, ooh, do I really have to watch out what's happening with this? So that's what I'm seeing with it. So in short, I'm going to say he's not tied to anybody at this moment, nothing of the such. If he knew about the tarot, he'd be intrigued, he'd ask you questions. He would be a little bit worried into a certain way, but nothing much more. Let me go and get your other question, my love. Hi, Marquisha. Oh, Lilith is resting today. Lilith had a big day. She had a lot of stuff. She had a lot of appointments. She needs to rest her beautiful angel wings. That's what she needs to do. Hold on just a second, okay, sweetie? Just one moment. I'm coming back, guys. Good job. Est-ce que je peux m'en aller là? Ok, vous me tiendrez au courant. Je vais garder ma porte ouverte. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, Juanson. Don't ask. A gibbler is gibbling. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me just go over here and let me go and get your other questions, sweetie. Hi, Elaine. Okay, Markeisha, you're going to be on up next, by the way, okay? Okay, so let's go on, see. Is Jonathan's current feelings and intentions for you is what we're going to go and look at, okay? How are things going, my beautiful Markeisha? All right. Kitty Cat's doing good for anybody who's wondering. No. Kitty Cat's doing really good. Actually, I didn't weigh Kitty Cat today. I need to weigh her every day. She's like a little bit over 1/2 pound. She's so tiny. All right, so here we go. Jonathan's current feelings for you. What do we have? All right. I feel like we're into a place where the feelings, they do run deep. All right. They are there. We are still thinking about love. We are still thinking about what to do. However, we are also into a place where we don't really know what the future is holding. It's almost like we believe that we could be, together into a way that we're meant to be together into a certain way, but we don't really know how it's going to fit into the grand picture, if you will. So I feel like his current feelings for you, they run deep, but beneath the surface. Even if he's been kind of quiet or a little bit distant, I feel like Spirit is showing that he's been reflecting a lot on what you meant to him. But I feel like there's a mix of longing, of regret, of curiosity about where things could actually go. So he does feel a pull towards you that he can't fully explain, if you will. And you did bring out, I'm actually going to have to say, emotions in him that nobody else truly really actually has. So I feel like his intentions are showing a certain uncertain but sincere feelings. I feel like he wants to understand himself better, and I feel like he wants to figure out how to approach you into a way that feels more stable, into a way that feels more real. It's like if his heart is a few steps ahead of his mind, it's like they're not quite computing over here, all right? They're not necessarily, one is not necessarily following on through with the other. So he kind of feels like he's drawn back to you, but he feels that he's still kind of working through his own emotional layers.
Je sais qu'il vient de faire un petit sauce, mais il veut pas chier. Elle marchait, puis elle a fait. Je suis comme, ok, on va te mettre dans ta litière.
Ouais.
Elle veut pas chier, mais elle a de la chiasse, genre, tu te molle sur le cul.
Ok, ben là, je peux pas la laver, là, ça va aller tantôt.
Mais genre, elle a pas chier.
Ouais.
En fait, un pit de sauce.
Sinon, prends-toi un wipe-it en bas, là. Essuie-y, il faut fondre avec ça, mets ça dans la toilette, là. Sorry, kitty cat information. So in short, what you need to know is that he hasn't moved on in any kind of shape, form, or way. And I feel like his soul still feels like the connection is there and very strong. But I feel like he's quietly, if you will, trying to find the right moment and the right words to actually reach on out. It's not a question of him having doubt. He doesn't know about himself. He doesn't know what he needs, or he doesn't really know what he wants, and that's where it's actually coming on through. Yeah, like he feels like there is love. He is showing up over here as our King of Cups, but yeah, that's it, Juanson. She's trying. She's trying. I feel like we're into a place with the King of I feel like we're into a place over here with the King of Cups where he wants to. Sometimes he thinks about it, but he's afraid of the challenges. He's afraid of the things that you guys kind of have to a little bit surmount. So, yeah. Why did sometimes you feel uneasy when you were with him? You probably felt that he had a little bit of that, you probably felt that he had a little bit of that reticence, that he was feeling a little bit, I'm not going to say onto the edge, but a little bit onto the side of a lot of things. So I feel like basically what you were feeling with that is an energetic imbalance between you two. So Spirit does show that while you were open and emotionally quite available, he often kind of held back parts of himself, not because he didn't care, but because he wasn't sure how to handle the actual connection. And that created moments where his energy kind of felt a little bit guarded, leaving you feeling a little bit unsettled, or maybe kind of feeling like something was a little bit off. And that's why you were actually feeling like you were a little bit unsettled sometimes, or uneasy sometimes. So you could have also been picking up onto his own inner conflict within your own intuition. So his feelings for you ran deeper than what he was actually willing to admit. And that resistance created a tension that, well, you personally could feel. So it wasn't your intuition being wrong. It was your energy kind of responding to his emotional confusion. That's why you felt into that kind of a way. So basically your uneasiness, if you will, wasn't about the lack of connection, had nothing to do with it. It was your intuition sensing the parts of him that were scared to open up fully to what he actually did feel towards you. I'm gonna come over and see over here, beautiful Marquisha. What is that on Russell? Maybe Elaine, maybe Sweetie. It's not the same thing, Elaine. It's a different situation, Sweetie Pie. Russell wants more things with you. It's a different thing, and you don't really want those things. Yeah. A different situation. Russell needs to remain your friend and he wants more, and sometimes you kind of deviate your attention a little bit because sometimes you feel like you're not necessarily going to find what you want. You kind of have a tendency to kind of lean towards, and that kind of gives some false hope. Different things, Sweetie Pie. Anaëlle, il t'a-tu répondu? All right, let me go do this. Let me go do that. And here we go. So, yeah, that's what it is, Elaine. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing sometimes. Marquisha, you're going to be at 19 minutes. So what's coming towards you on the angel message? How are your beautiful little angels doing, Sweetie Pie? How has everything been for you, sweet one? Minou, es-tu correct?
Ben, je sais pas, parce que Audrey, elle arrive pas à chier ou son cul est bloqué.
C'est correct, j'aime mieux que ça soit bloqué. Ça veut peut-être dire qu'on est en train de changer son système un peu. Puis ça...
J'ai pris des wipettes, là, je les ai mis en haut.
Ouais.
À faire pisser dans la main. Mais c'est parce que quand genre, j'ai nettoyé le cul, elle a commencé un peu à chier.
Ouais.
Mais c'était vraiment liquide.
Ouais, c'est ça. Sorry, guys. Kitty cat update on litter box and kitty cat. All right, my beautiful Marquisha, what's up with you, Sweetie Pie? I do have a little bit of a timestamp for you, so if ever you do want it, I will give it to Juanson later on. So, all right, What is coming towards you, sweetie? Then we're going to move on forward to some angel messages.
Là, l'air va être dans sa litière. Je sais pas si elle s'en va chier, mais en tout cas, quand je l'ai nettoyée, elle a commencé à un peu chier mes liquides. Puis ça, je l'ai relavé. Elle a recommencé à chier. Je suis comme tabarnak. Je l'ai mis dans le lavabo.
Il y a des mots que t'as pas le droit de dire hein, sur YouTube, tu sais, comme les méchants mots. Ok, c'est correct, c'est correct.
Après ça, elle a commencé à pisser, fait que là, j'ai dit fuck off, je te monte en haut, tu vas le faire.
T'as pas le droit de te dire ce mot-là non plus. Adios, amigos. Bonne chance.
Fucking YouTube. Fait que en tout cas, elle est dans sa litière, là.
Ok, merci.
Sa cage.
Merci, miss. She swears a lot, doesn't she? Yeah, I know. Like he had all the qualities, but you couldn't understand why you couldn't fully connect. Exactly, my beautiful Stephanie. Exactly, sweetie. But you couldn't fully connect because you were kind of feeling his energy was not fully connecting with yours. That's what actually happened. I know, right, Hansen? And then I say there's words you can't say. Be careful. She adds in another swear word. Oh my God. She's almost 15. I'm going to say bless her beautiful soul. Although my son doesn't say one swear word. When he does, I fold in half and I laugh because it's hilarious. All right, here we go. So, I had a very interesting conversation with Matthias today when I was bringing him back to school after lunch. I'm like, what do you have at school this afternoon? He's like, CCQ. I'm like, what the heck is CCQ? And he's like, oh, Quebec culture, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what are you learning that? He's like, well, our identity. Our identity. I said, what is our identity? What is yours? What is mine? What is our identity? Then we got into all this conversation about the identity. And then he's like, no, Mom, seriously, we're talking about trans people this afternoon. I'm like, what? That brought a whole other subject upon. Yeah. Stephanie, I'm sending you much love, sweetie pie. I'm sending you much love. Jonathan is very, very confused. He still loves, he still cares, but he is so confused. I kid you not, Juanson. Yeah, then we got into the whole thing of the trans. I'm like, what does that have to do with your actual identity? I could identify as a candle if I want to. We can talk about this for a really long time. Yeah, I told him to identify as the teacher and give himself a 100%. But hey, all right, here we go, my beautiful Marquisha. Enough about my very interesting car conversations. Here we go. So voila. What do we have popping on through? Yeah, that came from my very sleepy brain. Yeah, my son is quite hilarious. He is. He's a funny guy. He's funny because he doesn't look funny, but he really is. He's like such a sweet little angel. Yeah, he's hilarious. All right, so here we go. All right. That being said, I do have to say, though, upon the same conversation a few weeks ago, we learned that there was a teacher, not around where I live, a few hours away, who told a high school teacher who told her students that she was getting married, but she was getting married to a cat. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that at that. I'm going to let everybody have their own thoughts upon it. So Marquisha, a new timestamp you shall have because this is ridiculous. I talk way too much. So 24 minutes is going to be yours. Yeah, that's it, right? Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, I kid you not. There's a teacher, an art teacher, who is marrying a kitty cat. Yes. And she openly says it to her high school students. These are high school students of 16 years old, approximately. It's a crazy place, a crazy world. So here we go. What is coming towards you, sweetie pie? My information for you is going to be this. I feel like what's coming towards you is more alignment, more divine alignment, more peace. I feel like you've been stuck a little bit into a stretch of, I'm going to say, uncertainty. There's a certain stretch of uncertainty that is there. I feel like the angels are saying to you that you're a little bit stepping into a time where things are going to start clicking. By clicking, I mean different type of opportunities, different type of support, different type of blessings that are going to seem like they're a little bit tailor-made for what you need. I know that you've been patient, and I know that that patience is now opening new doors. So you can definitely expect emotional healing into a certain way. You can expect a certain lift into your energy. And even I'm going to say somewhat of a surprise. You could have received somewhat of a surprise message or encounter that's going to feel a little bit like that divine timing is along the way for you. So in short, I'm going to say that something beautiful is kind of aligning for you behind the scenes, but I need you to stay open. I need you to stay trusting. And I need you to claim the energy of something that is of a renewal, because renewal seems to be coming towards you. Although I see renewal, but I also see tradition. There is something having to do with tradition and foundations that are very important that you seem to be continuing. That does not seem to be new. It seems to be a continuum. So you're following a certain path, but along this path, you're adding on in, I'm going to say not necessarily different people, but different opportunities and different choices. Now, I need you to continue to be into your strong, beautiful self, to stand your position, no doubt about it. I do, however, also, just one second. Let me go see what that is. All right, hold on. Let me just go put that in. I don't know what. Okay. I feel like we're into a position over here where there could actually be somewhat of an opening. There could be some things that could be opening on up for you. So I do see over here our Two of Cups. There could be an interest, something happening love-wise towards you. I am going to say you do seem to have good people around you. I don't really see anybody who is really extra sneaky or anything of the such. Financially speaking, I don't really see all that much changes. So I'm going to say that I feel like things are somewhat a little bit, I'm going to say basically a little bit stable from what I can see within that. Now, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go and give you some angel messages, and if there's anything that you're looking for that I have not answered, then please do let me know. Okay? So hold on just one moment. I'm going to give you some angel messages. Just 1 second. And all right. Well, you can tell she's been single for a very long time. Who's been single for a very long time? All right, hi Big Leo, nice to see you, sweetie. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. You say what? I'm gonna go and give the angel messages. Elaine, the feeling you get was Russell, which made me fall for him, but I'm balanced and happy. Kind of. Like, Russell is just not meant for you. Russell, if you will, is an option, but not an option that you desire. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, the teacher. I'm like, who is that? Oh, thank you, Watson. Thank you for specifying to me, because I was severely confused. Okay. Angel messages for you. I feel like you have Archangel Uriel who is bringing clarity towards you. You're soon going to see why certain things had to happen the way that they did. So whatever you have not gotten the clarity upon will be arriving towards you. I feel like Archangel Raphael is coming on in to send you waves of healing, of love energy that is going to be returning to your life stronger and healthier than before. And I feel like your guardian angel is telling you that you're not behind anything. So if you feel like you are in any place, you're not. You're exactly where you need to be for your next blessing to come on in and to find you. My beautiful Marquisha, please do let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. I'm going to go and see Big Cleo. Just one second. Let me just do this. Hi, Mimi. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. Okay, just give me one moment. All right. Basically, it's what it is. Yes, Elaine. Received timestamp? I don't know if it's received. I didn't see it a moment ago. I saw Mimi, but yeah, I'm going to be with you. And yeah, he's not for you, sweetie. He's just not my love. Okay, so hold on. At this moment, I do have Mimi, so I'm going to go and see Mimi, and then I'm going to go and see Big Cleo. All right? So just one second. Mimi, you are on up next, followed out by Big Cleo. Marquisha, my sweetie pie, if there's anything else I can do for you, please do let me know, sweet one. And here we go for Mimi. Let's do that. All right. Oh, I didn't put a timestamp. Hold on, what time is it? You're next, Big Cleo. You're next, sweetie. So I have 30, 40 over here. You're next, my beautiful Big Cleo, sweetie pie. Sean, you have a nice new picture. All right, so Mimi. We have a risk of frost tonight. I just went outside and I saw they still have some beautiful flowers that are growing, Mimi. Yet, with the risk of frost, they're probably going to freeze on up. The poor flowers. With that being said, Mimi, I definitely do feel your worry and your protective energy altogether. I feel like you've been through enough to know when something just kind of feels a little bit off. And I need you to actually trust that inner sense, so your intuition. All right. About Sam, I am seeing that he is probably, or anyways, I'll say might very probably get the job, but I feel like his energy comes across as very unsure, and I feel like this person's energy is really kind of a little bit scattered all over the place. He doesn't seem malicious, but rather a little bit unexperienced and maybe even easily influenced by others, especially CH or even MT. So I feel like that's why your intuition is feeling a little bit uneasy at this moment. The good news is, though, that if you stay grounded and you stay clear into your work, which I feel you always do quite beautifully. He's not going to be able to harm you or sabotage you in any kind of a way. So I feel like Spirit is actually showing that over time, he'll be able to see your strength and end up really, truly quite respecting you. And even probably even, I'm going to say, learning from you. So, yeah. As for CH and MT, we're going to go and look about CH and MT. All right, CH and MT, I still feel like their energy is somewhat a little bit guarded. Not as fiery as before. I feel like CH is more defensive. I feel like she feels intimidated by your calm, your capable energy. But I feel like deep down, she knows you do your job better than she actually admits to. And that's why she kind of throws up a little bit of those walls. That's what she does. So MT, on the other hand, I feel is a little bit more torn. She can be warm one moment and distant the next, because I kind of feel like she's juggling with her own insecurities and her own fears of kind of losing control over the actual recognition. So Spirit over here is saying that, or kind of reminding you anyways, that you're not the problem. You simply reflect what they wish they were a little bit more like. Now, about Mr. Ari. What's happening with Mr. Ari? That 3 a.m. kind of got your attention, didn't it? Spirit shows that he's been a little bit restless, that he's been a little bit distracted. I'm going to say a little bit emotionally unsettled. He's not in a deep or a serious chat with anybody new at this moment, if that's what you're wondering. I feel like he's more kind of scrolling and trying to fill somewhat of a void. He still thinks about you more than what he actually does admit. And even when he tries to kind of act a little bit detached, there's still a quiet longing that is there. There's still a curiosity about what you're up to. So I feel like yesterday and today, his thoughts seem to circle around a little bit more of the comfort and the connection that he wants to have with you. A little bit of a sense of missing something that is so very real coming with you. So in short, I'm going to say Sam. If you're wondering if Sam is a threat, Sam is not a threat. Just really somebody that you're going to have to put some healthy boundaries with. As for CH and MT, they still carry some envy, but not like there's no real power over you. As for Mr. Harry, well, he kind of drifts on and off. He comes, he goes, but his energy is always there, kind of lingering into his thoughts. So I feel like Spirit says, I mean, you're divinely protected. What's meant to be yours is yours and cannot be taken away. So let me go and give you some love messages from Mr. Aries. And then we're going to go and see Big Cleo. All right.
Bye. Puis Alex, c'est pas répondu.
Non, il m'a écrit, mais je sais pas c'est quoi qu'il a dit.
Il y a combien de temps?
Ben là, il m'a envoyé un message il y a à peu près une vingtaine de minutes. Il m'a envoyé un bonhomme sourire parce qu'il m'a envoyé un message que je pouvais pas écouter.
Ça avait 29 minutes.
Ça fait 20 minutes. J'ai dit, je peux pas, il faut que tu écrives. Ouais.
Ça fait 29 minutes que tu me réponds pas.
Ouais, Zéra, pourquoi tu me réponds pas? You still cross my mind more often than I admit. No matter how far I go, nothing feels as real as what I had with you. I miss your calm, I miss your warmth, the way that everything kind of felt right when you were actually near. Big Cleo, you're next. You're going to be at 40 minutes. 40 minutes for Big Cleo. Let me go over here. So does P want you as a girlfriend or not? Really? We're never really into the actual questions of does he or does he not? Really, it sounds like you're sending an ultimatum. Yeah, no, yes, he does. He does. Hold on. Okay. So, does P want our beautiful Big Cleo as a girlfriend or not? Well, we can't ask that. Does P truly want our beautiful Big Cleo as a girlfriend? Yes or no, please? Okay, that is a yes. Does he have anybody into his mind other than Big Cleo? That is a clear no. Does he want to be alone? No relationship. Also no. If he wants you, when as I don't think he has been looking at your profile. I'm not sure what you wrote there, but has he been looking at Big Cleo's profile page lately? I do feel like that is a yes. I do feel like it is. I'm not going to say that it's necessarily. Please let me know approximately how many times per day. It might be a little bit less frequent, but doesn't mean it's not happening. It just means that he's not doing it as often. I'm going to say between 2 to 3 times. So I'll say between 1 to 3 times a day. Let me go and look within the cards. Hey Elaine, you can send your questions, sweetie, into my email, my love. I'll be with you shortly. All right, so does P want you as his girlfriend or not? We do have our King of Cups who is showing on up. We do also have our beautiful Empress, and we do have our Moon. So it is a definite yes, but we are definitely hiding our feelings and not showing them completely at this moment. So it's a yes, no doubt about it. It's just, I'm going to say a little bit of, and hi, my beautiful love shine. Nice to see you, sweetie. I'm going to say we're just kind of taking a little bit of our sweet time at this moment. So does he want you as his girlfriend? It's a definite yes. Does he have anybody else in mind? We can go and look. Here we go. So we have Elaine and Love Shine next. I already have Love Shine's questions. So Love Shine is going to be on up next. And then we're going to go and see Elaine. All right. Does he have anybody else in mind? We do have our 8 of Cups reverse. We have our 8 of Swords reverse. I don't feel as though we have our Ace of Swords also into the reverse position. However, I don't feel like we're looking towards anybody else. So I'm going to say no towards us, sweetie. I'm going to say you're still good. I know how difficult it is to hold and wait and wonder and everything of the such and just kind of think about the whole situation. But try not to think about negative things or outcomes or, oh, maybe he's interested. No, try to think as positive as you possibly can, because as you kind of move on forward into your mind, if you think a lot of negative things or things that are going into an opposing way of what you would like them, all those beautiful workings that you do might end up kind of falling into the water and not really giving the direction that you would like it to. So it's important to show the universe and spirit that not only this is something that you want, but it's something that you believe into. You believe into him, you believe into the connection, you believe into the future. That helps for all the energy to move on through, sweetie pie. My beautiful big Cleo, me, myself, personally, you want my own idea upon it. I do feel as though he does, but I feel like he needs more time, and I feel like he needs more. I'm going to say, basically, I feel like he needs more time. He needs to figure himself out more. He needs to figure out his wants and his needs, and he needs to figure out how he can find time into his life for, yes, work, yes, passion, yes, love. And I feel like at this moment, this is why it's taking so long. I feel like everything is a little bit mixed on through. Everything is a little bit scattered. And he's not really quite able to concentrate on, work, this is what's happening. Love, this is what's happening. It's like everything is intermingled and it becomes a little bit more chaotic. So, and I don't feel like he does well with chaos. I feel like whenever there is chaos, he kind of pushes things aside. So my ultimate answer is a yes. But he needs to figure out his own space for you into his life. That's what he's trying to figure out. Personally, sweetie, I'm going to say probably between the following 3 to 5 months, I would say. The probabilities into my mind of this happening this year are more slim. I see it more happening if the energies continue to grow and continue to go into that kind of a way. I'm going to say probably into the beginning of the new year is what I'm seeing. There's really a need of realignment and reassurance that is important. Yeah. Thank you, my beautiful big Cleo. It's so important, my love, because things switch so often, big Cleo. Your energy, his energy, people around him, that sometimes it's like onto a bad day. Oh, Juancy, you didn't miss anything, sweetie. It's like onto go back to the turtles. No, it's like sometimes we have bad days and everything is a little bit chaotic and we don't know what to do when we feel lost, and sometimes we feel like we're going back to point zero. And then other days we feel like we're flying onto the moon. Everything is so perfect. And I feel like there's that balance that is important. There's the thoughts, the ideas, the love. I just feel like he needs a little bit more time. And I know that you want things to be happening, but I feel like you need to give it a little bit more time too. But I need you to be less skeptical if you're able to do so. I know it's not easy, but if you're able to be less skeptical, it will definitely help into all the energies moving on through nice and clearly without any barriers. I do, my beautiful big Cleo. But I see it more happening next year, sweetie pie. Yeah. So I will say yes to that, but I will say most likely next year, sweetie. Is it something you shouldn't hear? If so, you'll say no. Oh my God, no. How are the turtles going, Hanson? How are they going? We're going to go and see our beautiful Love Shine. Love Shine's going to be out 49 minutes. How have you been, sweetie? Long time no see. Heck, if you want to, you can stick yourself into a box, Swanson, but you can definitely stick around with us. We love you. We do. It's my pleasure, big Cleo, sweetie. I know it's not easy to be always positive. I know there's a lot of things that fluctuate, that make us worried, but the more we're positive, the better it goes for everybody. I'm sending you much love, my sweetie pie. So my beautiful Love Shine, what have you been up to? What is that? You sent a question. I'm doing good, sweetie. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm actually trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out a lot of things, but basically I'm trying to figure out Raphael's birthday because his birthday is coming on up and I'm like, I've done nothing. I haven't ordered a cake. I haven't bought gifts. I haven't reserved the hotel or the activity. Although today I did make some good improvement. We figured out where we're going and what the activity is. Now it's a question of, are we staying 1 day at the hotel or 2 days? And who's coming with us? Then I got to figure out some gifts because I don't know what to buy him. Honestly, he needs nothing. And he doesn't even know what he wants. So there's my issue. Other than that, I'm going to say, hey, life is evolving. Life is moving on through. And, oh, wait, Love Shine. Yeah, wait, you don't know. I got a kitty cat, sweetie. You haven't been onto the live. Okay, my kitty cat is sleeping, but I'll show you kitty cat onto my phone. Hold on. Yeah, we have Pixel. We saved a kitty cat. It was in a tree trunk and it was abandoned and we adopted her. She's such a sweetie pie, but she's so small. She's like 3 weeks old. I still have to feed her by syringe every 2 to 3 hours. I give her like 10 baths a day. Yeah. Any hoot. Hold on. I'll show you. She's such a beautiful little kitty cat. Okay, hold on. Where's my little sweetie pie? I have a picture of my mom too if you guys want to see. Simply because nobody has ever seen her. Yeah, Pixel. Hold on. Let me go and show you Pixel. Wait, let me put this dude over here. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me go on this. And here we go. So that's baby Pixel. Pixel has been, you can't see her all that well, can you? Okay, well, she's there. And she's been into lives with us and she's been doing readings with us, but she's in the living room with the kids tonight. So there you go. Little baby Pixel is a cute little sweetie pie, and that's it. She's like 3 weeks old, and we officially adopted her, and she's a sweet love. So there you go. That's Pixel. Yeah. Yeah, she's adorable. But she's so tiny. She's so tiny. She's like a half a pound is her weight. Yeah, but she's such a sweetie. So there you go. So now we have a dog prince and we have a little kitty cat called Pixel. You will often see her here, but tonight she was with Gibbler and my daughter and one of my sons. So yeah, they were busy over there. So yeah, I have a kitty cat. Who would have thought? Okay, let me go and take this little deck out. I think this is the one you like, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah. You have never seen Judith before. Oh, she sounds like me. So you basically, okay, guys, I'm going to show you my mom, okay? It's a one-time thing. Don't tell her. Shh, I didn't say it, okay? Wait, I'll show you my mom. Yeah, my mom, she's beautiful. Hold on. So for those of you who are wondering who Enchanted Tarot is, here's my mom. You're going to see her one time. Here you go. So that's my mama. Yeah. So if you're ever wondering what she looks like, that's Enchanted Tarot. That's my mom. There you go. And I will not tell her that I showed you guys. I will not. No. Because she will unalive me. Yeah, my mom's a sweetie pie. She's so cute. I love her. Okay, and yeah, we have like the same hair color, and there you go. We actually paused onto the street. We were onto this country road going to my sister's new house. And we thought we were lost. I thought, Mom, let me take a picture of you because you're too beautiful today, I said. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, really, honestly, you're gorgeous. Let me take a picture of you. And so we just kind of stopped. Didn't even pull onto the side of the street because there was nobody around. I was doing like photo shoots of her. That's one that she would accept. Okay, so Big Cleo, you want to know, it appears as a no as soon as I said yes. No, does he want you to be his girlfriend? Thank you, Diane, sweetie. My mom is gorgeous. Nobody tell her I showed a picture of her. She's so secretive. There's no no, sweetie. There's no no. It's a yes. It's a yes, sweet one. So there you go. Now you know what my mama looks like. And voila. So, yeah, we do. I always have a good day when I'm with my mom. We get we get along quite well. All right, so here we go. Let's go and see. Actually, I'm with Love Shine. I'm gonna put you a new timestamp at 57 minutes. I'm just gonna go and get your questions. Yeah. I know, that's it. We're two witches getting lost and taking pics in the middle of the road. Yeah, you're type of people. We were onto this gravel road and we was so lost. And my mom's like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know. Google told me to go here. And we have the same phone, the same year. Everything is the same. We have the same darn phone. I think hers is black, mine is white. Same thing. Google. And here I am Googling the instructions, and here she is not trusting me and Googling her own instructions. Yet mine are coming out before hers. And I'm like, do you still have Google open? And she's like, no. And I'm like, yes, you are. I just heard her speak. Oh my God. Thank you, Sean, sweetie. So there you go. I got you. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine. Yeah. My mom's like, well, you were texting. I didn't know what you were doing. If you were paying attention, I took up my own Google. And I'm like, seriously, you know I multitask all the time. Trust me. Everything finishes off really well when I say, trust me. Just trust me. All right, so what has been up with our beautiful Love Shine? You came back, yes. Okay. He left today to go with the buddies. All right. For his date night. If it's still coming up or already happened, you believe that it hasn't. All right. Oh my God, did you actually just say you're glad he's gone on vacay? He's gone with his friends, so it gives you some time? Who would have thought I ever would have heard that coming from you, my beautiful Love Shine? That being said, did he actually have that time with her in any kind of a way? No, but it is going to be coming on up within the following 2 weeks. Following 2 weeks, some type of date is going to be happening. That being said, is there anything sexual or anything of the such? No. But it definitely has not happened yet, but it, shall be happening within the following 2 weeks. But so far, no. So, has Emma had a date with this past week? No, has not. Are they still going out of town October 27th to the 22nd to the 26th for family Christmas? That is really early for family Christmas, is it not? I don't even have my Christmas tree up by then. You would think it would be early Halloween. I do have our death transition, but I do have some things. There is going to be a switch in plans. There are going to be different modifications. It could be the date that he's leaving or the date that he's coming back. There's modifications that are happening, that are changing, but is he still going to be going? Yeah, he's still going, sweetie. M's feelings for wife and her for him. Up next is going to be Elaine, by the way. Juanson 10:30 is going to be our deadline for the night. I don't know, could you even say that word? Our end time. Is that even acceptable? I don't know. Asking myself questions now. King of Cups, the sun. His feelings for wife and how it kind of goes on back way. I cannot say that things are bad at this moment. All right. I do have our King of Wands. I do have our King of Cups. I do have our Sun. I do not specifically see at this moment in time that there are any issues. I feel like he's getting along well with her. I feel like everything is clear. And I feel like they're moving on forward into their plans. I do also have over here the death. I have no challenges and no changes. No. I'm going to say great neutrality. Okay. Neutrality. Can you say that? Anyways, things are stuck. Nothing is moving. All right. What is there's no new movement, no new changes, no nothing. It is what it is. However, I'm definitely going to have to say, I do not feel as though we have any issues or problems going on at this moment. I feel like things are going well. So I will say we seem to have a sentiment of things moving on forward as they should. Things being nice, okay, nothing overabundant, just all right. M's thoughts and feelings for Amy. We do have our sun, beautiful clarity coming on through. We do have our moon. He doesn't always necessarily reveal everything to you, but he does love you. We do also have our Page of Cups. There is love, there is desire, there's a lot of beauty altogether, I'm actually going to have to say. So towards you, he wants to profess his love. He wants to be open. He wants to tell you that he cares for you and that you truly are important into his life. So his feelings towards you, they're loving, they're sweet, they're kind. Does he always completely 100% tell you how he feels? No. But he does always feel quite positive towards you. How's it going to go with the buddies this evening through Saturday? Things are going to be a little bit imbalanced sometimes, all right? I feel like he might get actually, I'm sorry, hold on. He might get annoyed at one or two of his friends. It's kind of like if he feels, I feel like the energy is, there's one or two of his friends that he feels has kind of changed since the last time he saw them. And he's a little bit of annoyed by them. Yeah. Other than that, though, I'm going to say that things are well. I can't say I see any problems or anything of the such. And let's go with the tarot from M. Hi, Jillian. How are you doing, sweetie? It is nice to see you, my love. Ah, thank you, Sean. Thank you. Yeah. What is that? What did you miss? What? I woke you up with my laughs? Honestly, Elaine? I don't know what maybe you missed my mom. Maybe you missed my mom's picture. That might be what you missed. Yeah. I think that's what you missed, Elaine. I'm sorry if I woke you up, sweetie. I didn't want to wake you up with my witchy laugh. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Jillian, sweetie. Oh, very entertaining today. Oh, thank you. What's not in Quebec? SUV is perfect. Australia, not in Quebec. What's not in Quebec? What are you talking about? SUVs in Quebec are really, really quite good. We have a lot of snow. I don't know what I think about the Nissan X-Trail. I'm going to say go. I know nothing about cars, sweetie. I'm not a car person. I have a Mazda. I've had a Kia. I've had a Honda. All right. And I've had a Chrysler. My first car was a Chrysler. Then I went with Honda. Then I went with Kia. Now I'm with Mazda. My next car, I will not say the brand of it because I have not yet purchased it, but I am between two brands that I will say and show you a picture once I do purchase it. But I'm not there yet into the following months. And it's not even my choice. It's Annelle's choice. Annelle is choosing our next SUV. Sweet Lord. Yeah. I'm not even picking out our next car. Annelle is. I kid you not. She's like, I want that one. Okay, fine. All right, so Tarot, my love, what do we got? He loves you. Things are what they are, not great movement. He is very passionate about you. He's very bonded towards you. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of lust. There's a lot of importance. He believes that you guys are meant to be together and will never, or anyways, does not plan on breaking this bond in any kind of shape, form, or way. Yes. Well, love shine, what you have to remember, I'm not going to lie to you, sweetie. I'm not going to lie to you, sweet one. He cares for her in more than a friendship kind of a way. Does he love her the way that he loves you? That he is passionate with you? No. But I would be lying if I said that he is with her just because they have children or because they're friends. He does care for her on multiple different levels, and she is important for him on those multiple different levels. That being said, could he live without her? Yes. But I don't want to say to you that they're simply onto a friendship level. They have a lot of issues. They have a lot of complications. Probably not going to be fixed into this lifetime. But he does have feelings. He might not be sexually, interested into her. He might not have that love towards her. But he loves her in different ways. He cares for her in different ways. Yeah, no, that's it. Elaine, you're next, my love. It is nice to see you, my beautiful love shine. Elaine. Let's get over here. Voila. Okay. Let me do this, let me do that, let me do this. I have way too many things open. All right. Elaine. I'm sending you much love, sweetie pie. Sean, I'm going to say get whatever car is best for you whenever you actually move to the place that you're moving. We all have different type of environments and everything as such. I'm going to say whatever it is that you purchase, if you are planning to come somewhere in Quebec or in Canada, all-wheel drive makes your life so much easier. I have had vehicles before that did not have all-wheel drive, and I will never return on back to something that does not. It keeps you stable. It keeps you onto the road. It keeps you from drifting. It does everything that it should. It's fantastic. So other than all-wheel drive, what I say, get yourself a car and a brand that is good. If I listen to my mechanic, all cars are a little crappy right now. Cars, SUVs, whatever. No sponsorship or nothing of the such. My mechanic tells me that Mazda's good, which is what I have at this moment, but I like but not impressed. Mazdas are apparently very good. Hondas are actually good also. Hasn't really talked to me about Toyota or Kia or Suzuki or Mitsubishi, or I know he speaks not very well about the high-end brands, so Porsche, Audi, all those things. I don't hear good things, so I'm going to say look into it, sweetie pie. As for you, my beautiful Elaine, I kind of feel like from a young age, your soul has always been a little bit searching for something that's beyond the surface. Even when you experience love, I'm going to say early on, I kind of feel like your spirit knew that it wasn't the one. Your energy was kind of tuned into something that was deeper, something is more divine. So when you met why, that connection felt like it was different because it was activated a little bit, if you will, within your soul memory, which is a different department. It's a different compartment, if you will. So the kind of recognition that only happens between twin flames or ancient soulmates is that it's within your soul memory. So the magnetic pull was not just a question of attraction. It was something that was a higher self that was remembering your energy, but perhaps even just from past lifetimes. So you've always wanted a little bit of a depth over attention, energy maybe over appearance, and maybe even truth over convenience. But I kind of feel like Spirit is saying that what you truly seek at this moment is, I'm going to say in love, is not a question of perfection. You're seeking something that is more of a question of union and the merging of two souls that see, that understand, that actually evolve together. And that's where things are a little bit more difficult. It's really difficult to actually go and get that balance all together. Now, spiritually, sweetie. Juanson, I believe that you're next, my love. Spiritually, love to you means somewhat of some oneness. It's one. It's a sacred bridge between your human heart and your divine purpose. To your soul, love isn't just a question of romance. It's a way of awakening. You crave a connection that brings growth and reflection, but also of peace. And the kind of love that your soul searches for is more something that is grounding, but also a little bit cosmic. So something that's going to let you feel like you are seen, that you are safe, and that you're actually expanding at the very same time. So what you need to know is that you're not meant to average love. You're meant for love that mirrors your evolution. And that is a love that is going to awaken your inner, I'm going to say healer, your inner visionary, but also your inner artist, which is very important because that's what you do. That's where your passion is. That's where your core is. Now, as for the 2015 vision that you described, and when you kind of talked about being in between worlds, I feel like that's somewhat of a spiritual intervention. Like Spirit is trying to show you that your purpose may not have quite begun yet, that you're being protected, that you're being awakened. And I feel like the imagery of being shot in slow motion is representing the ego death, is what it is. It's the ending of an old version of yourself, but it's also a rebirth of your higher self. So you're meant to leave this world. Well, you weren't meant to leave this world at that moment in time. You were meant to actually be reborn, but into your new purpose. So Spirit is saying that that was a little bit of a moment of awakening for you. When your soul chose light over surrender. From that moment on, I feel like your path kind of shifted towards something that is healing, something that is spiritual, something that is of a very great, I'm going to say, and beautiful creative purpose. So in short, what you need to remember from all of this is that you've always been there. You've always been a little bit searching for that divine connection because your soul remembers it. It remembers what's true and what love feels like. It feels like it's eternal. It feels like it's healing. It feels like it's awakening. But you didn't come here for those shallow type of connections. You came here to remember what divine union feels like and to teach others the same thing through your own journey. I don't know, Juanson. I didn't read it. Let me go and see. What's up, Juanson? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, Elaine, continue onto your beautiful path, but continue believing and continue moving on forward with it, sweetie. Jillian, you are on up next, my love. It is nice to see you. Let's go see what's happening for you. We're going to go over here, and then Juanson, you're going to be on up next. Just one moment. All right. So, sweetie. Here we go. Thank you, Elaine, sweetie. I'm sending you so much love, sweetie pie. Love Shine, don't look at the cards into that kind of way. You must not look at just one card. You must look at whatever is surrounding. It's a completely different thing. If you only look at one single card, you don't look at the combination of all of them, you're going to get a false response, sweetie. Yeah. Where are you, my beautiful Jillian? I gotcha, sweetie. How are you doing, my love? I also have a timestamp for you. I do. So I've got you at 1:17 on 30. Au revoir, Sean. So what's coming towards you, sweetie? Let's go and see. Up next is going to be Juanson. I'm excited to go and see what's happening into your reading, Juanson. Love Shine, do not overanalyze. Look at the cards that are surrounding. Look at the message that is following on through with a question that is asked. You might get a king in one thing, you might get a page into another, but if the questions are diverse and they're different, they will give you a different type of an answer. All right, so here we go, sweetie. My beautiful Jillian, what's coming towards you? More clarity is coming towards you. I feel like into the next year, you're going to have somewhat more of a powerful turning point into your career. There is a very strong potential for a big increase and a big advancement, but I feel like it's actually tied to your willingness to step into your full leadership energy, sweetie. I know that you've been proving yourself, but I kind of feel like 2025 is the year of the results that kind of catch up with the effort. So I'm being shown different type of momentums that are building somewhere late January to March. Almost like if there's new opportunities, there's a new restructure, or somebody who's a little bit higher up who is finally willing to see your value. So Spirit seems to be saying to keep your standards high. What you've earned is catching up towards you. So yes, there is no doubt about it. None whatsoever. It is a 100%. A raise, a promotion is coming your way. But it is going to come with you owning up to your own worth and not settling for less. Stand your ground with what you need, what you deserve, what you've accomplished. All right? over the next 3 months into your energies, from what I can see over here, I feel like you're a little bit into a place where November is going to be a month of reflection, of realignment. It could be tying up old projects, refining your portfolio, maybe even a little bit your communication style. December, a very busy, but I feel like a very, very good month for you to be recognized. And I feel like you're slowly going to start to show yourself to the surface. So I feel like you're going to have really good feedback, and I feel like you're going to have a chance to showcase your abilities. Into January, I feel like the energy of reward and new beginnings are coming towards you. This is where the higher ones, the ones that are a little bit higher on up, they're looking at offers, they're looking at bonuses, they're looking at upgrades, and that's going to be perfect for you to shift onto your path forward. So your message over here is that you are not just building a career, you're building your own legacy, who you are. So don't doubt your timing, because it's there and it's divine and it is along its way. You don't have all that much further. I'm talking January to March, which is within the following 3 to 5 months. So trust that the universe is moving things behind the scenes for you. Stay consistent, keep your vision clear, and your abundance is going to flow in beautiful alignment. So a raise, you're definitely going on up. You're definitely getting more money, more finances coming on through. You're showing a little bit more who you are, what you've got, what your abilities are, and that's just perfect, my love. I know you are, sweetie. I know you are, my love. I'm sending you much love, and I'm going to say congratulations to you, my beautiful Jillian. Move on forward and go and get it, sweetie. Juanson, you're next. What's going on, Juanson? What's up? What did I not read? Hold on. Let me do this, and this, and this, and this. And let's go over here. So, oh, good for you, sweetie. And you have a chance of getting the Phantom roll. Okay. And you're going to be on the tube. Okay. No, I know you're not worried. Yes. Okay. I will definitely do it onto my own side. Absolutely, sweetie. Yes, 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 and yes. If there's anything that you would like me to send on out for you to do onto yourself, you let me know. Me, myself, I will do it for you, and I will do it once per week, my love. If there's anything that is off, anything that is weird, anything that is notable that I have to actually relate, then I will let you know. If everything kind of goes in accordance, everything is good, we're just going to let the energy go flow with it. And into the meanwhile, I will say congratulations to my very, very favorite in the whole world, Phantom. Yes, 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 and yes again. Congratulations, my love. May all these beautiful opportunities continue to come towards you, sweetie. That is so lovely. I love it. Yes. All right. Hold on. All right. That is so exciting. Now, let me know when this is happening, though. Let me know when it's happening so I can either do more of these workings before it happens, make sure the energy moves on through into the right way. Let me know if you do have a date, or whenever you do have a date, let me know. All right? All right. Whenever you have a date for either anything whatsoever that has to do with a project, let me know and I'll do some workings in accordance to that date. All right? I got you. Jillian, I'm wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. Thank you for joining us, my love. As for love-wise for you, my sweetie pie, you're a little bit into dormants, all right? You're a little bit like winter who was coming upon. I'm going to say, I feel like your heart is open. I feel like you're ready to receive, but I feel as though you're into a place where you have released the old pain. You have released expectations, but I feel like you're making that room for somebody real to enter into your life. So I know that E is thinking about you. I know that she's thinking about you more than what she would actually like to admit. I know there's a lot of curiosity, and I know that that just kind of keeps that bond alive, but it is what it is. So I'm going to say at this moment, I feel like there's going to be some communication coming towards you into the following, I'll say, month or two. I need you to keep your heart open, and I need you to know that the connection that you have with Elizabeth is still there. It's still very much alive, and it's lovely and it's sweet and it's everything of the such, but sometimes it does kind of hinder you because it is kind of a little bit blocking you. It's a little bit blocking her at the same time, but she's following on through within her plans. So it seems to me, maybe energetically speaking, blocking you a little bit more than it is blocking her. So yes. Now, generally speaking, I feel like you're entering into a place and into a time where it's more powerful. There's something about 3 weeks. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting the number 3. So there is something within a 3-week window of progress and personal clarity that seems to be coming your way. It could be new ideas that are flowing. It could have to do with what you're talking to me about. I'm going to say it has a lot to do with creative, and I'm going to say career goals. So I'm basically going to say it's time for you to trust your voice. Trust it, create, move on forward, make the impact that you have to. All right. You are probably going to receive some unexpected support, maybe even recognition from somebody that you're not aware of. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise along the way. Now, before we go to the angels and the oracles, let's go and see how is she doing today. She's thinking about you. She's thinking about movement. She's wondering what you're doing. You inspire her in a million different kind of ways. I feel like what she wants to say to you is that she's limited into her time and what she can actually say to you, but you bring a lot of passion and you bring a lot of love into her life. You basically inspire her in many different kind of ways. Into an angel message. You are blooming into your next chapter. Don't rush it. Just trust. The angels are saying that you have done more healing than you can realize, and every step is now being very guided. An oracle message. The universe is aligning you with people who see your worth, so don't dim your light for anybody. It's your time to shine. And let me give you some love messages from Elizabeth, sweetie. Or from the universe, whatever comes on through. Here we go. And let me just, before I do that, go and make sure that everything is okay. Okay. Everything is good over here. So, sweetie pie. I know. And you've seen a lot of 3s, right? But the end of the day will be 12 days from now. Okay, that makes sense. I feel as though Elizabeth's energy, and I feel like her whispers, they come across to you through the distance. When the world grows quiet, you're the warmth that rises into her mind. Love will never fade. It simply transforms. This is a soul connection, and the energy between us will always be. You are loved and you are seen. Nothing that is truly meant for you is ever going to drift away. It is always going to find its way back into the most beautiful divine timing. I know. Hi, my beautiful Julie, sweetie. You need to go to bed, Julie. It's late. Go to bed, sweetie. I know. They make you work too much, my love. Oh my God, they make you work too much. Rest your beautiful soul, sweetie pie. I'm going to say sweet dreams to everybody, and I'm going to send you some messages, and I'm going to send you the timestamps. Go watch your reading, sweetie Julie, and let me know if everything is okay. All right, my love? And please go to sleep after. Go to sleep. That's a crazy day. They always overwork you whenever you go to those things. Ah, la, la. All right. Good night, my beautiful loves. We'll see each other tomorrow.